Are Donald Trump's legal woes finally about to catch up with him? I'm not holding my breath, but things are not looking good for the former president. As many may have already heard by now, Donald Trump's legal woes are still continuing to get worse. Almost doesn't even seem possible, does it? The man is literally facing 4 different indictments with nothing seeming as though it's going to go away anytime soon. Well, now his former lawyer Sidney Powell has now pled guilty in charges related to the 2020 election, and needless to say, that does not bode well for the former president. Time equals 400 Ms. greater than Trump's response? Act like he doesn't know her and she was never his lawyer. Trump took to his social media following the news to write. Sidney Powell was one of millions and millions of people who thought, and in an ever-increasing numbers still think, correctly, that the 2020 presidential election was rigged and stolen and our country is being absolutely destroyed because of it. Despite the fake news reports to the contrary, and without ever reaching out to ask the Trump campaign Ms. Powell was not my attorney, and never was. In fact, she would have been conflicted. Ms. Powell did a valiant job representing a very unfairly treated, governmentally abused General Mike Flynn, but to no avail. His prosecution, despite the facts, was ruthless. He was an innocent man, much like many other innocent people are being persecuted by this now fascist government of ours, and I was honored to give him a full pardon. Of course, it should come as no surprise that the tone was vastly different following the 2020 election. In the same Midas Touch article that included the screen grab from Truth Social, they also included an old tweet, where Trump wrote, "I look forward to Mayor Giuliani spearheading the legal effort to defend our right to free and fair elections. Rudy Giuliani, Joseph DiGenova, Victoria Toensing, Sidney Powell, and Jenna Ellis, a truly great team, added to our other wonderful lawyers and representatives. While there's not much that could convince me Trump is actually in trouble or ever going to be held truly accountable, this is certainly making him uncomfortable. It's going to be interesting to say the least to see how Trump responds to this, and frankly, I don't expect him to be able to hold it together very well. Trump is known for many things, but being quiet is absolutely not one of them. Could this potentially get him a little bit flustered? Could a bad headline one day following something she says potentially prompt him to make things worse for himself? Well, it's certainly possible, and it would be foolish to put it past him.